Good day, everyone. I'm Cherry. May recall me, the next reporter of Group 4. So, our topic is all about the components in designing integrated thematic unit. So, let's move on in graphic organizer. Graphic organizer are also called learning organizer because it organizes information in a way that is easy to comprehend and internalize. So, ang graphic organizer kay very helpful siya sa teacher because it is used to present the scope of their lesson in giving lecture and during closure, and also in student very useful gid ni ang graphic organizer in presenting individual or group recall report. So a graphic organizer help to recall prior knowledge about a subject and quickly connect it to new information. And also, it helped to develop cognitive skills such as brainstorming, critical thinking, and creative thinking. So, there are some examples of graphic organizer. First is the persuasion map. Persuasion map, it is an interactive graphic organizer that enables students to map out their arguments for a persuasive essay or debate. So, gamiton gid ni siya sa debate ang kaning persuasion map aron makita nila nga or well organized ba ang ilang pagbutang sa mga information and very helpful ba gid ni siya to persuade other person. Next is the sequence tool. So I sequence chart. So a sequence chart is a tool that helps graphically represent the order or step. Next is the story map. Story map is a graphic organizer that helps students to learn the elements of literature. So this part is maibawan na to ang mga elements of literature, which is the maybe the introduction, the rising action, climax, falling action, and lastly the denouement or the resolution. Next is the KWL chart. So KWL chart organize information before, during, and after a unit or lesson. Next is the vocabulary graphic organizer. So vocabulary graphic organizer are useful in visual resources to teach English language. Next is the learning map. So learning map highlights the knowledge, skills, and big ideas. Next is the problem solving timeline graphic organizer. So timeline graphic organizer shows specific events in sequence, usually dates. Next is the T-chart. So T-chart used to separate information into two categories, which is to compare and contrast two things. Next is the hierarchy chart. So it is a representation of an organization structure. Next is the cluster diagram. Cluster diagram is used in brainstorming and exploring new things. Next is the cause and effect graphic organizer. So cause and effect graphic organizer used to explore and display the possible causes of a certain effect. Next is the mind map. So mind map is used to visually organize information into hierarchy that showing the relationship among pieces of the whole. And lastly is the Venn diagram. So in this part, it illustrates the relationship between two or more data sets. Next is the study skill. What are study skills? So, A study skill is a technique that you can use to absorb and understand information. Study skills are transferable across subject matter, which is good news once you have strong study skills. You will able to apply them to whatever topic you are learning to reap the benefits. So there are five study skills that every student should master. First is the effective reading. So effective reading helps the student to understand the written language and constructively process the meaning of the text. Next is the memorization. Memorization, it is a study skill that will follow a student throughout their academic career and beyond. Next is note taking. Your student should continue to master the practice of note taking because it helps because in note taking skills, by developing note taking skills should help you organize information into an understandable format that will assist in your studying process. So note taking will help a student nga ma-organize ang information nga mas understandable daw kuno kaayo sa kanang student nga ma-assist niya ang mga yang studying process. Next is testing. So mastering test taking is among the most fundamental skill your student need to be utilize his academic career. Next is the time management and organization. It refers to scheduling tests and assigning them to proper amount of time. So, need yun ni siya in study skills ang time management because dira mahibaw-an nimo like how to organize ang imong mga work within that time ra gyud siya. So, next time na pud ana kalahi na sa niya work. So with that nga like maka-give gani ka og amount of time within that work or that project. Next is integrating values. So integrating values. Values are integrated today in all learning areas like in the elementary and secondary schools. So, naagid ni siya ang values. So, ang values are standards or criteria that we use in making judgment about something that are positive or negative, good or bad, pleasing or displeasing. So, ang in education, teaching kids with good values and responsibility will help them to think from others' perspective and help others. It might also help them to know their purpose in life and what good things they need to know for others in society. So, moral values help people to be more selfless and put the needs of others before themselves. So why do we need values integration? First is we need values integration because it helps in promoting social and natural integration. Next is we are not always aware of our values, but knowing what they are can help you more easily make decisions that are right for you. So, dili man jud always nga aware kita sa atong mga values nga gihatag sa lain, but knowing or like ato ni siyang ma learn within the schools or within the family community. So it will help you nga maka-give ka og right decision. Next is the goal of incorporating moral values into education is to ensure that upon graduation, students not only have the knowledge and skills that needed to work, but also they have the compassion and emotional to be part of a safe peaceful and cooperative society. So, ang goal daw ko niyo sa incorporating moral values sa education kay dili lang daw kuno nga mag-graduate ang usa ka student with the knowledge and skills sa ilang work, but also they have the compassion, emotional nga na part siya sa society nga peaceful and within nga ang students are cooperative. Next is the nature of values. Moral values. So, moral values are natural law, do good and avoid evil. So, it is clearly defined that values give meaning to human activity. So, nature of values, it is a systematic development of values that require a methodological support that which cannot be neutral. It demands discussion, processing, reflection, and action. So, development values kay kailangan gyud daw siya og kanang methodological support kay dili man dayon nga mahibaw-an ni nimo. So, need gyud siya og teacher or within the community nga ma-discuss ni siya aron ma-process sa usa ka tawo, and then ma-reflect niya ang iyang nahibaw-an or na experience, and also iya ning ma put into real life, like mabuhat niya within good term. And that's all for my report about the graphic organizer, study skill, and integrating values. So, thank you and have a good day.